What if I told you I'm not from this time? That I've traveled over 1,000 years into the past to meet you right here, right now? Sounds crazy, right? But what happens when you tell people you're a time traveler from the year 3024? Do they laugh? Do they believe you? Or do they freak out? Let's find out. We've all seen movies about time travel, flashy gadgets, futuristic suits, and dramatic leaps through time. But what if someone actually claimed to be from the future? Not in a movie, but in real life. How would people react? That's exactly what we're exploring today. I went out pretending to be a time traveler from the year 3024 just to see how people would respond. And let me tell you, their reactions were unbelievable. Some laughed, some got scared, and a few actually started questioning everything. So, how do you convince people you're from the future? You can't just say, "Hey, I'm from 3024," and expect them to believe you. No, you've got to sell it. I kept my look normal, no crazy outfits, no holograms, because if time travel were real, blending in would be key. But I dropped little hints. Wow, physical money still exists in this era. You still use phones? Not neural implants? Wait, you mean cars don't fly yet? Just tiny things that make people go, huh? The first group I talked to, total disbelief. One guy just burst out laughing. Yeah, okay, buddy, and I'm from Mars. But then I hit him with, in 3024, we actually have a colony on Mars. It's like a tourist spot now. His smile faded. Wait, really? Then there was the woman who got angry. Stop messing around. Time travel isn't real. But when I casually mentioned future tech like self healing clothes and food replicators, she paused. Okay, that would be cool. But the best? The people who almost believed me. One guy whispered, Dude, if you're really from the future, does Bitcoin ever recover? Of course, not everyone was easy to convince. Some people demanded proof. If you're from the future, tell me next week's lottery numbers. My response, time travel doesn't work like that. You think they just let me come back and mess with the timeline? There are rules. And that's when things got interesting because the more vague I was, the more some people wanted to believe. One girl said, I knew time travel was real. The government's hiding it. Not all reactions were fun and games, though. Some people got genuinely freaked out. One older man looked at me with this eerie seriousness. If you're really from the future, is the world still here? That hit hard. Because if someone actually believed me, their first thought wasn't about cool gadgets, it was about survival. Do we make it? Is humanity okay? I didn't have the heart to mess with them, so I smiled and said, yeah, we're still here. Then came the people who fully embraced it, like the barista, who, without missing a beat, asked, So, what's coffee like in the future? Oh, it's all synthetic now. Grown in labs, zero beans. But honestly, yours tastes better. She grinned. Well, enjoy it while you're here, time traveler. This whole experiment made me wonder, what would it take for someone to truly believe a time traveler? If I had shown up with some futuristic gadget, would that convince them? Or would they just think it's a prop? One guy nailed it. Even if you were real, how would we ever know? We'd just think you're another weirdo on the internet. And honestly, he's not wrong. At the end of the day, nobody really believed I was from the future, I hope. But for a few seconds, I could see it in their eyes, that spark of what if. Because time travel isn't just about fancy tech or changing history. It's about hope. Hope that the future is exciting. Hope that humanity lasts. Hope that maybe, just maybe, the impossible is possible. So, if you met a time traveler, would you believe them? Or would you laugh them off? Let me know in the comments, and who knows? Maybe one day someone will show up from 3024 and you'll remember this video. Until then, see you in the future.